Come closer. Close the door. The draft is cold tonight. Look at this. Just a scrap of paper, you might say. A piece of decoration. But look at the color. That deep, mesmerizing emerald green. Beautiful, isn't it? It was the color of wealth, the color of fashion, and the color of death. I don't remember the exact year. My memory is like an old attic, dusty and full of cobwebs. It was the mid-century, or perhaps the late 70s? Does it matter? Time is a cruel loop anyway. We were celebrating the first anniversary of the peace. The Great War had ended, but the soldiers, most of them didn't come back. The city was lacking men. That is how I found myself at the gates of the Blackwood Manor. Mr. Arthur Blackwood, a man of industry, a man of iron and steam, but a man who loved his wife more than his fortune. My orders were simple. Guard the housekeeper, keep the peace. A simple task for a tired soldier. It was a quiet place. Too quiet, perhaps. But for a man who had slept in the mud for years, it was heaven. I had a room, a warm room, and the water. Hot water, always ready. Can you imagine? For people like us, hot water was not a necessity. It was a miracle. I washed the war off my skin, but I suppose some stains never truly wash away. And then there was her, Lady Eleanor, Mr. Blackwood's wife. She was kind, gentle. When she spoke, her voice had a melody, a soft, comforting hum that reminded me of my Arsis. Yes, my poor Arsis. Her compassion was the only thing warmer than the water in that house. But peace. Peace never lasts, does it? Mr. Blackwood wanted to give her the world. He ordered a renovation for her private chambers. Only the best, he said. The newest fashion from Paris. That's when they brought in the wallpaper. Roll after roll of that vivid emerald green. It was stunning. It seemed to capture the sunlight and trap it inside the pattern. But when the workmen left, the rain began. It rained for weeks. The house became damp, heavy, and a smell settled in the corridors. Not a rotting smell, no. It was sweet, musty, like crushed garlic and old almonds. Lady Eleanor, she changed. The color drained from her cheeks as if the walls were sucking the life out of her. She started to stay in her room. Days turned into weeks. I remember standing by her door. I heard her whispering. "Stop looking at me," she would say. "Stop breathing." I knocked once. "My lady?" I asked. She opened the door. Her eyes, they were red, wild. Her skin was pale, almost greenish under the gas lamps. She grabbed my arm. Her hands were trembling. "Keep her," she whispered. "The walls, they move. The patterns, they are shifting. Can't you see them? They are crawling." I looked at the walls. It was just paper, damp, peeling paper. But the smell, that metallic garlic smell, it was choking me. Mr. Blackwood called the doctors. They said it was hysteria. They dismissed it. But the maids, the poor girls, knew better. They were terrified to enter that room. They told me, when they brought her meals, she wasn't resting in her bed. She was standing in the far corner, facing the wall, motionless, for hours, just staring at the pattern, or perhaps listening to it. And when the fits took her, God help us, the whole house seemed to tremble with her rage. I swear the floorboards vibrated beneath my boots. The chandeliers rattled as if an earthquake had struck. Outside, the storm was raging, but inside, we couldn't even hear the wind. Her screams and the house's groaning drowned out everything else. We knew then it was cursed. There was no other explanation. Something evil had taken root here, but we were blind men fighting a shadow. We couldn't find the source. We couldn't fight what we couldn't see. So we did the most shameful thing. We watched. We watched her melt away before our eyes. We let her fade into those green walls, helpless to stop it. One night, the trembling stopped, replaced by a scream, not of pain, but of pure terror. I ran upstairs. Mr. Blackwood was already there, banging on the door. It was locked. I broke it down. My shoulder still aches when I think about it. The room was hot, suffocating. And there she was, on the floor, clawing at the walls. Her fingers were green, stained with the dye. She was trying to tear it down, trying to kill the beast she saw in the paper. She looked at me, and for a second, I didn't see Lady Eleanor. I saw a ghost. She gasped for air, clutching her throat, as if invisible hands were strangling her. And then, silence. The only sound was the rain hitting the window, and that sweet, deadly smell filling our lungs. They said her heart gave out. A tragedy, they called it. Mr. Blackwood moved away. He couldn't bear to look at the house. Eventually, they tore it down. But before I left, I peeled this piece off the wall. I didn't take it as evidence. I took it because this green, it reminded me of the beauty of her eyes. I kept it to remember her. I never learned the truth. Was it a sickness of the mind, a curse, or just the rot of an old house? That stifling air, those pitch-black nights. I don't know, my young friend. I simply don't know. But even now, holding this paper after all these years, it sends a shiver down my spine just thinking about it. Sleep well, and check your walls before they check you.